race of the Mysterons. Our revenge for your aggression on the planet Mars will continue with the destruction of the Atlantic Airport at Boston.
Cloud Base. Lieutenant Green, standby officer. Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. President. Colonel White, direct call for you on the hotline, sir.
Switch it through on the speaker, Lieutenant. Close the sound doors, will you? Okay, Mr. President. Go ahead, please.
No doubt you've monitored the latest Mysteron threat, Colonel.
Yes, sir. Complete standby is effective.
The airport in question is the world's most widely used terminal. Thousands of passengers, tens of thousands an hour. Freight, commerce, every civil airline uses it.
I know, sir, and I'm aware of the implications. We can't close it down because it's too darned important.
Exactly. So the world is relying on the Spectrum organization to combat the Mysteron threat, Colonel.
We're keeping all channels of investigation open, sir. Beyond that...
I repeat, Colonel, we are all relying on Spectrum. Don't let us down.
Lieutenant Green, send Captain Scarlet to me, on the double.
Yes, sir.
Hello, what's that? Heavy aircraft in our sector?
World Air Force Goliath, sir. Sustained flight tests on atomic engines 3 times around the world. You remember?
Of course, I'd forgotten.
This is Goliath to base. Captain Hogan speaking. Course steady, height 30 thou. All systems A-OK. How's the engine temperature, Vic? 300 and normal, sir. Hello? What's eating the flight, Sergeant? 6 o'clock, sir, and low. Fighter coming up fast. By Jove, you're right. What's that clown up to? Stone me, he's on a collision course.
Captain Black has served us perfectly yet again. We, the Mysterons, will now rematerialize the Goliath aircraft, and it will be completely within our control.
Spectrum Investigation Room to Colonel White. Come in, please.
Go ahead.
It may be nothing, sir, but there was a complete break in airwave communication with World Air Force Goliath flight.
The devil there was. The typical Spectrum takeover pattern. Anything else?
Yes, sir. Shockwave scanner has reported an explosion right on Goliath's estimated position.
Lieutenant Green, launch Angels at once. I want Goliath located and tracked.
SIG. Stand by Angels to launch stations immediately. Details follow.
That's us. Come on, Rhapsody. It's a pity you others are off duty when there's some excitement, huh? Come on, hit the lift. The Mysteron business must have broken. I'm coming, just doing my jacket zip.
This way, ladies. Your chariots await.
Rhapsody Angel reporting SIG. Ready for launch.
Control to Angels. Off you go.
We're at cruising speed. Height 50. Reporting for further orders.
Course 909. Positive. Same height. Locate WAF Goliath and report.
Destiny Angel to Rhapsody Angel. I've got him. 10 o'clock high. I can see him. What orders, base?
Make radio contact. If it fails, attack. Authority of World President through Colonel White.
SIG? Did you hear that, Destiny? Spectrum Angel to Goliath. Come in, Goliath. Come in, Goliath. No answer. There, Mysteron, all right. I'm leading attack now. It's no use. The Goliath's secret prototype force field defense, they're using it. The missiles are bursting well clear. They're retaliating. I've got to pull off. We can't touch them. Well, they've beaten us. This time. Rhapsody Angel to Cloud Base, taking station above and behind Goliath, out of range. Will report any deviation from authorized course. Colonel, just what are we going to do?
I've got all sorts of ideas chasing around my head, Rhapsody. But I guess I'm going to have to pick Captain Scarlet's brains. He's closer to the Mysterons and their methods than any of us. Well, Captain, you know the score. The Mysterons are going to crash that Goliath on Atlantic Airport unless we can stop them.
That plane's got to be destroyed, sir, in the air. Of course, the Mysterons can rematerialize it, even if we do blow it to fragments. But they won't. Once we make a successful strike against them, they seem to drop the plan in hand and dream up a new scheme.
Surely. But the big question is, how do we destroy Goliath? The Angels have tried. The force field is deflecting missiles.
Well, suppose we put a man aboard, sir. An engineer specialist who knows the controls and the layout of Goliath. Flesh and blood wouldn't react to a force field.
But how?
A chute drop, sir, from above. A chute wraps on Goliath's tailplane, and the man climbs the cords to the aircraft.
But the stresses. A pressure suit might save his life, but he'd black out.
Maybe, sir. But if the drop was two-man, and I was the other...
Captain Blue, to briefing room. Spectrum transported to launch area. Acknowledge in sequence.
Captain Blue, SIG.
Transport, SIG.
Spectrum calling Atlantic Airport. Come in, please.
Atlantic, go ahead.
Captains Blue and Scarlet of Spectrum will report to your control at 1400 hours. World President's authority requires Star Striker fighter made available. Also, key engineer from Goliath project. He'll have to be a volunteer. We've got a really dangerous mission on our hands.
Atlantic Airport, here we come. Let's hope the Colonel's got that volunteer lined up.
Sure. By the way, Captain Scarlet, Angel's report Goliath is directly opposite us on the other side of the world. That means you'll be flying directly towards Goliath. Once you've collected the Star Striker, you're going to have to time your jump to a critical fraction of a second.
Here comes the Spectrum outfit. Luckily, it's only us security guys who know what they're here for.
Just think of the panic if the passenger and freight departments got wind of it. Gee, if these Spectrum people don't pull off the deal.
Okay, gentlemen. The Star Striker's ready, and your volunteer engineer, too. He's the top design man. Captain Scarlet, Captain Blue, this is Dr. Haggerty.
Glad to know you, Captains. Excuse the clumsy handshake. This pressure suit's kind of restricting.
Doctor?
Hello there. Right, let's get going. Captain Blue's going to pilot the plane.
Hold tight. We're off. You two had better climb into the Star Striker ejection compartment. I take it you're going out on a single chute?
That's right. The doctor will be lashed to me, and I'll be wearing the harness.
Captain Blue to Cloud Base. Request permission to establish direct contact with pursuit angels.
Permission granted. Frequency 949.
Come in, Rhapsody. This is Captain Blue. What is Goliath's position and course?
Course 1515 and maintained. Height 80 and steady. And Captain,
Yes?
Destiny Angel has overflown target, and she reports flight deck of Goliath is empty. Plane seems to be unmanned.
A typical Mysteron method. They've got the plane under remote control. They didn't bother to rematerialize the crew. Well, let's see what we can do about it.
Captain Blue to Cloud Base. Goliath dead ahead and below me, Colonel.
Instruments are A-OK. Eject us on countdown of 5 from... now.
5,
All right, Doctor.
4,
I'm okay.
3, 2,
Hang on, Doctor.
1, 0.
Here comes the tailplane! No! Heck, we're too far left! Strings! Pull the strings! Ah! My head! My eyes! Come on, baby! Come on! Ah! Oh, the force field! That was it! My watch is shattered to atoms!
They're there. They've caught on. He's fighting the slipstream. They're at the entry hatch. They're pulling the external emergency lever now.
We've done it. We're aboard. Well, the plane's deserted, sure enough. If you'll grab the controls, we can point Goliath down Atlantic and ditch her in the open sea.
Okay.
This is Captain Blue calling Cloud Base. Captain Scarlet has gained entry and returning to Atlantic Airport. Over.
SIG, Captain.
What's happening, Doctor? The plane's veering back on its original course.
The controls. They aren't responding.
Colonel White, the Mysterons have taken control of the flight deck. They're running this kite from Mars.
Wreck the controls. Cut off the electrical system.
It's impossible. Everything is right. Fuel, electrics, the lot. But the engines are still
There
functioning.
must be some way. There must.
There is. Blast apart the atomic reactors, and this whole plane vanishes in dust. But we vanish with it.
Then there's no choice. Get a chute on, Haggerty. This is where we part company.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Do as I tell you.
But...
This is no time for an argument. Sorry about that, Doctor. I'll just get the chute on you. Now, the door. So long, Doc. Happy landings. Scarlet to Cloud Base. I am going to destroy this aircraft.
Cloud Base to Angel Flight. Peel off and withdraw at once. Goliath is going to explode.
Rhapsody Angel to Cloud Base. SIG.
This is the World President for direct communication with Colonel White. Hello, Colonel. It's all over then. I can't tell you what I'm feeling now. So close. So close.
I'm happy Spectrum was able to carry out its orders, sir. I believe Dr. Haggerty landed safely.
He did. But Captain Scarlet, Colonel, I can only offer my condolences for the death of your most valiant officer. Naturally, there will be the greatest posthumous honors the world can bestow.
Just a minute, Mr. President. I don't think Captain Scarlet... that's to say, I believe he'll be back with us soon.
I know that the center of an atomic explosion is something that even he has never experienced before. But because he is Mysteronized, I feel certain he'll show up again in one piece to help us wage our unceasing war against the menace from Mars. There is no more incredible man on this earth than Captain Scarlet.